everybody is lining the gates at the moment to come and see what's going to happen here in the G&H Extreme Supercars. At the front end, we should see the local contenders. Davy Jabir, Marcel Angel, Craig Jarvis, and probably Johan Engelbrecht in the Jogga Jogga Cafe Porsche. But I can tell you it's going to be a tough day in the saddle for them. They've got some very fast cars from up country that have come to play here. Angel in the Autohaus Angel 458. There's Engelbrecht in the Porsche doing a super job. Andre Brink behind him, keeping an eye out on Dino Scribanti. Fastest of the Scribantis in qualifying with a bit of issues on Franco's car. But as the hammer drops and down towards turn one, the head, it's Franco Scribanti will keep an eye on coming from the mid-pack. Dino trying to squeeze through there and beats Ricky Giannacaro in the BMW. Son Mudley also beating one of the BMWs there of Adrian Dalton. Around his outside is Andre Brink. But look at the start that Davy Jabir has got. Rob, this Lotus Exige currently holds the outright lap record, and we could see it beaten here today.
Yeah, he's going to try and beat that record. There's car 33, the bright red Ferrari. That's Marc Dutoy. Got a good start there. Was going around the outside in turn one. Lined himself perfectly for turn number two. It's a little bit down the field here compared to these racing cars now out front. Like you said, Davy Jabir, watch out for that man lighting the track up here at Cape Town. You can see the fans. This is what they've come to see at Extreme Festival.
Got away from the front end of this field. Marcel Angel hanging on for second place at the moment. On his tail is Craig Jarvis in the second of those 458 Ferraris. This is on board with Franco Scribanti. Now, this is an incredibly quick Porsche. Watch for the turn of pace. Goodbye, Marc Dutoy. Here comes Son Mudley, his next man for a shave, and he'll back out of Son Mudley maybe, give him a little bit of room. He goes around the outside, the high line, and gets past Mudley. Then he tucks in behind Andre Brink. You can see Brink now going to have to keep an eye out on the back end because here comes Scribanti. Watch the acceleration. Oh, this is just incredible to watch this 997. Absolutely everything she's got. Coming up on Ricky Giannacaro. He's definitely not going to have an answer here to Scribanti's Porsche. As he flies down into KFM corner, he's made up, what is that, almost 9 positions just on the first lap.
Oh, I love looking at that pedal shift working as he goes down the gearbox there. You can't take your hat off enough to these drivers to manhandle these supercars around Killarney. That is a lot of horsepower and a lot of torque under those bonnets. Just listen to this car.
Marcel Angel in full flight in the Autohaus Angel Ferrari. And it's a Porsche that now squeezes out good friends there. It's Jarvis versus Engelbrecht versus Angel, and those three normally in the front end of the sports and GT class that happened down here in Cape Town, now in Extreme Supercars. And the three of these cars also looking to come up to Killarney. Remember, the next round of Extreme Supercars is at Killarney on the 4th of November. No one is touching this man now, and he's just put in a 1096. That is 100th of a second slower than his fastest lap ever. And Davy Jabir is certainly looking like he could be the man to beat you today. No one seems to have an answer.
Yeah, he's done and dusted. He's out front, but it's definitely the battle all the way through the field now. We've got a couple of very tasty battles going on. Watch out for Nicky Dix. He's got Dino Scribanti and Davy Olivier. Here we go on board now with Davy coming on the front straight. It's a great shot now in that G&H Transport BMW. In the slipstream there of Ricky Giannacaro. He's going to line up a move going into turn one. Beautiful slipstream city, and on the inside, as easy as that.
Now the baby beamer's got a little bit... Oh, he's gone a little bit hard. I was going to say, the baby beamer's got a bit more power, and there you can see the power, unfortunately, caught him out. Under braking, he makes a mistake into turn one and falls back behind Jimbo Giannacaro, and looks like a couple of the other Porsches going to squeeze through, as well as Harry Ranges in the 430. So Ranges now squeezing up and getting into the mix. This is a great battle. Here comes Son Mudley under attack from Adrian Dalton. We're on board here with Dalton. The Bigfoot Express Freight Porsche being closed down by the extra shoes and clothing BMW of Dalton. And Dalton wants to get past big time.
Yeah, I need to turn the aircon off of that car so he can make a move on Mudley, just ahead of him in the Porsche. This is a great battle. BMW versus Porsche. Can you get any closer than that? He's definitely going to try and maybe on the inside here. No, not make it stick there. Get the drive and use the slipstream in that supercar. Down the back straight now. So close. Can you get any closer? Marc Dutoy not too far behind there as well in the Ferrari. But look how fast that Porsche is of Mudley.
That GT1 certainly has got a great turn of pace as it heads down into Cape Town corner. The BMW will be later on the brakes. Might be able to squeeze in. Look at the 360 Ferrari, the 360 Challenge car of Dutoy closing in. And down here at sea level, got a little bit of extra more grunt in the engine bay. This is an incredible looking car. The Contrasigns PSW machine there of Piet van der Walt. Really racy looking car and doing a super job. He's possibly going to be finishing out in the top end of his class, even though he's fighting for 15th place.
Car number 373 there, that's Andre van Vuren, and just behind him, first time out there for Troy Marais, the former Super Motard rider, so great to have him now in the four wheels. Here we go, that battle for second, third and fourth place. Marcel Angel, Craig Jarvis, Engelbrecht in his Porsche is in the sandwich there, and not too far behind is Franco Scribanti. So we're going to wait and see if he's got enough laps to close down on this podium finish. But that man, Marcel Angel's just starting to pull a little bit of a lead now over Engelbrecht and Jarvis. as we head down now to the back straight. It's once again that Ferrari versus Porsche power down the long Killarney back straight.
And this is the battle that rages every single time these cars go to battle when it comes to Cape Town. The three Cape Town boys fighting hard. In fact, four of them, because we mustn't forget to mention Davy Jabir, who's disappeared at the front end. This is Marcel Angel's rear-facing view of Engelbrecht closing in, under braking, hard down into Cape Town corner. The Porsche is a little bit more nimble through this turn than the two Ferraris are, but they've got some great power in those Ferraris. Nicky Dix being caught by Dino Scribanti. The Scuderia Scribanti Porsche slowly but surely closing in on the back end of that Curvent machine. And Nicky Dix could be in a bit of a fun and a bit of a battle here. Now remember, there's a little in-house fight as well between this man Dino Scribanti and Ricky Giannacaro. Whoever loses has to wear the other team's jacket to prize giving.
Oh, there we go. So there's big honours on there. Looks like Engelbrecht is starting to slow down a little bit. So maybe some problems there with that Porsche, because he's now fallen into the clutches there of Franco Scribanti. Here we go on board now with Franco in this very fast car. Just look at him manhandling it now through the right-hander. Very bumpy through there, but holds onto it very well. But Engelbrecht definitely now got problems.
An amazing piece of machinery. Engelbrecht slowly but surely falling by the wayside there. Looks like that fuel pump problem has come back again and is haunting the Joga Porsche as he pulls to the sideline, probably out of this. Oh, sticking out of it. Massive flame coming out of the back end of the NSI car. And Niels Modak now is going to have to pull that to the sideline. Looks like the brakes have cooked properly on the back end of the ex-GNH transport car of Gianni Giannacaro. In the traffic, though, on the closing stages, Davy Jabir was caught and nearly passed by the Ferrari. The flag comes out, Jabir rolled out of it easy and slowly but surely getting through nicely in the Motul-sponsored Lotus. Angel finishes in second, Jarvis in third, Franco Scribanti in fourth place, beating Nicky Dix, Dino Scribanti, Olafir and Ricky Giannacaro. And in Gianni's old car is Niels Modak.
I must thank GNH Transport for selling me the 135. It's the best car I've ever driven. Okay, besides the Audi, I know Sean is going to be very upset with that. And for me, it was just something different, and I'm enjoying it. And the power and the times that I did, I'm very happy with it. Race one, I thought actually I had a blowout on the tire, but the shock gave in. And I carried on driving around until I saw the flames, and then I jumped out of the car.
After the issues in qualifying now sorted after race one.
We're expecting a good heat this next one. Unfortunately, we had a bad qualifying, which put us right at the back. A lot of traffic to come through. And I think we made one or two changes on the car for the seat. We're going to have the pace. We're going to run on the Lotus. And hopefully we're going to push him.
Oh, there's a big battle expected now for race number 2. Davy Jabir, I think your days might be numbered, sir. You're going to have to work hard if you want the double here on the day. And there's certainly going to be some action amongst the Ferraris, the Porsche, that Lotus. And hopefully Johan Engelbrecht will be back in the Joga Porsche as well, as long as the GT Club Sport boys have got to work on it. Cars all lining up now for race number 2, and they are ready to go. Son Mudley will be looking to improve as well. He had a great battle in the first one. And Jimbo Giannacaro probably going to give him a run. Mark de Toy, incredible to see how that 360 is going down here at sea level. We're on board with Dino as the lights go out and we head down towards turn 1. Behind Davy Olafir there in the Baby Beamer. And Dino Scribanti looking to just squeeze in behind him and maybe just get the better of Nicky Dix into turn 1, which is exactly what he does. Behind them, the two BMs start to fight it out. And in fact, the third BM there, Piet van der Walt, a bit further back there, tucked in amongst the usual contenders from the local sports and GT category.
Watch out for Davy Olafir. I think he had a real good turn of pace in race number 1. Made that mistake going into turn 1, ran wide, pretty much put an end to his race, but we know that he's got good pace. There's the bright red. You can't miss it, that beautiful Ferrari of Mark de Toy. Again, not the start that he would have wanted, just falling a little bit away from the field. But here we go. Angel, Jarvis are definitely once again in battle as we saw in race 1.
Dino Scribanti just ahead of Nicky Dix, chucked in behind the Baby Beamer of Olafir as they head out into the back straight for the first time. Keep an eye on exactly what's going to be happening here. Dino Scribanti already applying the pressure there. Franco Scribanti looking to run with Jabir. Jabir has got margin once again on the start. Can he keep it all together, though, for this final race? Not going to be an easy thing to do here, that is for sure, as they head down on the braking markers. Two BMs in full flight down that back straightaway, and Ricky Giannacaro keeping Dalton behind him.
Car 37, that's Nicky Dix coming into Cape Town corner. Oh, getting it a little bit wrong. You could see the brake lights being activated mid-turn there. I think he just knew that he was losing the rear end of that Porsche and just spinning out there. But here we go out front. Jabir is now coming under pressure. Definitely closed up at the front end of this field. So Jabir not having it all his own way now in that Lotus.
Yeah, it looks like Franco Scribanti would love to take that overall lap record away from him. He tried hard. Remember, it's been an epic battle between the two of them in sports cars before. Franco's previous car, the B26 with the twin-turbo Hayabusa engine in, used to have the outright lap record. And then Davy went and set that 1:09.5 around this circuit. That is an incredible lap time. Now looking for a chance to redeem that and come back is Scribanti in this Porsche. Porsche versus Ferrari there, Jimbo Giannaccaro. Then some more Porsches fighting out there with Ferraris. That's Sun Moodley, Harry Arangis, and Mark Totoy. Just behind them, it's good to see Joao da Silva also fighting hard. Just a bit further back there in the Audi TT.
Unfortunately, Nicky Dix is out of this race after spinning out there in the final turn. As now Marcel Angel is really getting to grips with the circuit and getting comfortable in that car because our double waved yellow there, so no overtaking. That's obviously from the Nicky Dix car that's still parked on the side of the circuit there. And there we go. It looks like there's a big flame coming out of that car. There's problems definitely there for Hubert now. There we go. Scribante makes the move, but big problems for Hubert. So he's going to pull into the new pits on the left there, the car pits. So unfortunately, the man going for the lap record and our race one winner is now out of this race.
Yeah, Scribante now gifted first place and pulling away from the rest of this field. This is Adrian Dalton's point of view coming out of Cape Town onto the main straight to complete another lap behind Ricky Giannaccaro. The two of them fighting hard to be the second BMW on track, because that's the first one, the baby beamer of Olivier.
I said watch out for Olivier, and he's now making his way through the field. Also looks like Scribante's got a problem now. Scribante with a big problem in that car. So our two leaders now look like they are out of this race with mechanical problems. The Killarney circuit does take its toll on these big supercars. Definitely doing so at the moment. So that's going to promote Marcel Angel, or big puff of smoke there. But Angel out front now with Jarvis, and Olivier could potentially be third on the circuit and on the podium.
Oh, look at the flame out of the
flames.
back of that Porsche. Wow, I don't think they've told him yet. They've just told him now on the radio, so he's backed out of it. So blue flag's waving to Piet van der Walt, but it'll be Marcel Angel who'll come flying down here. You'll watch Scribante probably peel off into the Park Fermé area, and look at the gap that Marcel Angel has over Craig Jarvis. He's pulled a massive margin. I'm not quite sure what went wrong with Craig Jarvis's car, but there you can see coming into the pit lane is the Scuderia Scribante Porsche, and that is a gift to Marcel Angel. They won't catch him now.
Now Angel is out front, Jarvis now in second. Olivier in the baby beamer is right up there where he wants to be now in that podium. That's car number 12. That's Cyril Ginsberg now being lapped by our leading cars. See, he's still got his number plate on that car, so maybe going to drive home afterwards in that beautiful supercar. But there's Olivier in the baby beamer now up into third, and this is a great battle here between Dalton and Giannaccaro. On the inside goes Dalton, and Ricky's going to fight back. There's no doubt about that. The two beamers now going for that second beamer on track, so there's plenty of bragging rights now going between these two drivers.
1:16.9's come out of Ricky Giannaccaro this weekend, one of the best laps he's ever put down in Cape Town. But Dalton has also gone into the 1:16.8s. So it's only 1/10 of a second difference between these two cars. Usually they would be in the same stable, now out of different stables, but still fighting hard. Jimbo Giannaccaro, also out of G&H Transport, fighting with Sun Moodley, fighting with Harry Arangis, fighting with Mark Totoy. 3 Ferraris, 2 Porsches, make that another Porsche, and chuck in Troy as well. Why not in the Z3 Coupe?
And they're all going on the inside there, going into Malmesbury. So now it's going to be the drag race down the back straight there. The man at the back of that, I think it is Harry Arangis, going to pick up like a 12-car slipstream. As here we go, the blue flags are going to be waving for the back markers there who get out of the way. So that's great to see. But going into Cape Town corner, well, I was hoping there were going to be 5-6 supercars abreast. That would have been a great sight.
Yeah, good to see that. Harry Arangis is still pushing hard now, looking for a way through on Moodley. Behind him is a hard-charging.
It's a lot of money there.
Oh, that's for sure.
In that line.
Here we go. Across the line again to complete another lap, and that race is not done just yet. Jimbo Giannaccaro leads out at the moment, but you can see he's not going to give this one up that easily. Hard on the brakes down into KFM corner. Sun Moodley closes in. It's a Porsche battle of note here. Andre Brink is in the mix as well. You can see just ahead here of Moodley as they come out of turn 1. KFM heading up towards turn 2 now. On the inside, keep an eye out there. Troy Moret just behind in the Z3 Coupe. Oh, and out of shape goes the 373 there. Andre van Vuren gets it completely locked up, and unfortunately that 911 3.2 has gone awry.
No such problems for this man, Marcel Angel. I won't say gifted the lead. You've got to be in it to win it, and he's certainly done that now with Craig Jarvis. He's going to be just behind him. Well, I say just behind him. He's a good 5 seconds behind Angel here. And Davy Olivier, great drive after his mistake in race number 1, will pick up third overall on the circuit.
458 Ferraris, 1 and 2 across the line ahead of Olivier in the baby beamer. Dino Scribante wins things out, and he also won the bet between himself and Ricky. Dalton down in 5th, Ricky in 6th. And Brink beats out Sun Moodley for 7 and 8. Let's catch up with Marcel Angel after a great day's racing.
It was a good one. The 2 turbo cars in front of me got off the line and kind of got the whole shot in front of me. I tried to hang in there, and I knew if I kept a little bit of pressure on both of the cars, I was hoping that we would have a failure. And I think Davy broke on the first lap, and I kept the pressure on Franco, hoping that it would break, and it did. But after they went out, Craig kept me pretty honest for the rest of the race, and you know, getting through the back markers was a bit of a challenge in itself. You know, the guys are having their own races, and you know, when you come up against 4 guys dicing with each other, it's quite difficult to get through them without having an off.